All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Sending you so much good vibes, strength, courage, bravery, and healing, and lots of blessings. This energy is very like all over the place, so I don't want to stay too long focusing on it. But Spirit wanted me to like expose it, so I grabbed a couple decks that he guided me to do this reading. There's a lot of soul searching, but there's also a lot of denial of their shadow, their inner demons and stuff like that. And this is someone who feels like entitled, a lot of you, of your energy. Or anyways, this is another thing why I didn't want to do this, is because for a lot of you, you don't care, honestly, what this person does, what they don't do. For a lot of you, you're gonna be shocked and be like, is this like some type of like how do you guys call it now, feeding my delulus or something like that? Okay, well then don't watch this, right? But I don't intend to feed someone's delulus right now. I think it's a reading for one of you to hear, and the other one is to like really listen, you know, because this is someone who's coming back. And a lot of you hear this all the time, but I feel like this is someone who, like, this keep coming out a lot, the King of Swords and the Seven of Cups. This is someone who was stuck in like logic and doing the right thing, but very distorted mentality with the Seven of Cups, with illusions. Say contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. God, the just judge. So this is someone who like, yeah, was definitely judged by the divine, because I feel like they had the gift and the blessing and then they threw it in the garbage. They treated really bad, and this is someone who regrets doing this. For a lot of you, you don't care. You've moved on, you're maybe in another relationship, or you're not. Maybe the new relationship is yourself. You love yourself, you love your independence. I'm speaking for a lot of divine feminines here in particular. A lot of you are not in that whatever lonely thing, male epidemic. So if you're in that energy, this is not your reading. Or could be, I don't know. This is someone who's desperate, but desperate to get back into alignment, desperate to get back into what they missed in the past because they were not healed, they weren't knowledgeable, they didn't have the right information, they were programmed, propagandized. Family is involved in here, heavy. But for a lot of you, this is someone who ghosted you, blocked you, and fear could have been fear of commitment, could have been fear of what people were gonna say. You could be someone very spiritual, very different, especially if you're someone who wants change and want to be outside of the status quo. Then yes, you're going to trigger a lot of people who grow up thinking that everything that we have now is the right thing and all that, when it's not. Okay, for a lot of you, this is gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck. So you do what you want, but I think this person has to make you feel safe in order for them to have this conversation and have this talk, because a lot of you didn't do nothing to this person for them to treat you any type of way. And they know that. I feel like this is someone who heavily judged you with their friends, family, or other things. There was a lot of judging. And another thing, this is something that this person doesn't want to hear. So the quiet truth out loud. I'm going to expose that. I feel like Spirit wants this to be exposed, not only for the person who will receive, if you want to receive this person and listen to them. For a lot of you, you will listen, you're like, okay, but you already, some of you, you're not gonna accept this, you're not moving on with your life, and you're in your right. Like, this person I feel like they're coming to the acceptance and realization that it's like, I can't control and hold this person, or I can only show with my actions though. So Spirit wants to show you what they've been doing, and also like the soul searching that they've been doing. I feel like a lot of you already accomplished most of these things, but if not, then you're in, like, I'm gonna show you where in your path you are, and then we'll see, you decide whether you will listen to this person, have a talk, coffee or something like that. But they have to come to you. They have to unblock you, unghost you, and I feel like this person's gonna have their tail between their legs and like feel really ashamed, and this is not something that they are comfortable with. Okay, so you make them uncomfortable, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Like before it was bad or they felt it was bad, or they listened to other people, and it's not. Now they're seeing how healing this is, how authentic you are and truthful, and they want to be in that energy too. They feel it's better than being in this like toxic environment. I'm already channeling this person because I think they're trying to like reach out all the spiritual people and trying to like, but I don't want to make this too long, but kudos to this person, because I feel like they want to be held accountable now, or they want to hold themselves accountable. And this is, again, something very foreign, something that they've never done before. And also, like, this is not a custom for their family to do this. So this came up, like, it was stuck like this. So I just took it without, and then there was, like, some messages in there. Jealous of you, projects insecurity, karma. So I feel like this is something that they are realizing that they went through. And or a lot of people, like maybe they're watching other people who were like talking shit about you, and they were like, they didn't defend you for some of you. So he saw like a lot of people were projecting jealous energy. It's a lot of judgment from their part too, their unawakened part. So it's a lot of shame. Yeah, right? Because once you're awake, once you see, you cannot see it, right? So you start seeing your shadows and your bad behavior, the behavior how you were towards this person. He could have treated you like an option when you're not. You're it. I feel like this is someone who had this maybe commitment phobe, or kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they think that, oh well, that like, I don't know, this is someone who like people throw themselves at them or something, or like they're the one being chased. There's a lot of that energy here where I'm at, Canada. There's a lot of women who chase fucking men, and now all men are like used to that shit. It's kind of lame because a lot of real divine feminines were not doing that. So, but it's intentional. It's intentional as well. They trying to create weak men mentality and project this insecurity. Yo, Ashley B said it awesome. She talked about that. I feel like this is someone could have that complexity of like being surrounded by white narcissism energy, and they could have picked up some of those traits, and now they're realizing like, fuck, I don't want to be associated with that. I got it. It's called malignant narcissism. She said it. So this person could be surrounded by those people, or so wow. We're definitely diving into the shadow of someone's living in a KKK, a white supremacy family kind of thing, and you are the person of color who they wish they never treated any type of way. They're still in love with you, so that's where we're at.
Can I just say something real quick? A lot of you continuously fail to realize that politicians who accept money in exchange for human rights are not people who can be trusted with anyone's human rights. The foundation for their principles does not actually rest in their ethics or their duty to do what is actually right. They will literally do whatever the people who are lining their pockets wants them to do. Someone who is willing to accept blood money will not make any sort of distinction about whose life it is when the time gets there. So it will be a Palestinian child today. Tomorrow it's going to be you. And it's really funny whenever people reference all of these revolutionary figures from the past. What made these people revolutionary was the fact that they were not purchasable. The United States and Belgium offered Patrice Lumumba millions, and he refused it. And what did they do? They murdered him, and they installed a man who would accept the money. The man who wanted his country to be self-sufficient, his people to be free and autonomous, was going to change the country for good. But because he didn't serve Western interests, the man who sold his people out eventually got the power. And surprise, he didn't do anything good for his people because he served the interests of the people who were paying him. Politicians are public servants. They are supposed to serve us in our interests. And unfortunately, a lot of us have forgotten this. And so have they. And the sooner Americans realize that money needs to get out of politics, and that politicians who do accept money from lobbies like AIPAC, who directly go against the interests of the average American, these politicians are threats to us all, Democrats and Republicans.
Okay, everyone, buckle up. I'm about to rapid fire on how Zionist Jewish supremacist tentacles have been metastasizing and infecting our planet in practically every major conflict in our modern era, which starts from their cancerous inception in the 1800s and then modernized by Theodor Herzl in 1897. You guys are all hearing about the wildfires in Argentina being started by Israeli tourists, all with the backing of this treasonous Zionist rat bastard who happens to be the Trump and Israel-loving president of Argentina, colluding with Israelis to make Argentina yet another little Israel as they burn down one of the most beautiful regions in our planet so that they can take the land at pennies to the dollar. Did you know that the Zionists have always been eyeing Argentina since their inception? Some early Zionist leaders, including Theodor Herzl, considered Argentina a potential location for a Jewish state due to its fertile land and openness to immigrants, with Jewish agricultural colonies already established there in the late 1800s. Where fast forward to now, there is a massive influx of Israelis, including IOF soldiers, that have moved to Argentina as their Jewish home. Israel is destroying Argentina right before our eyes. And don't you dare say this comes as a surprise to you now, because everything they touch becomes infected and destroyed. Don't believe me yet? Here's a historical rundown. Zionists worked with the Nazi government to forge the Havara Transfer Agreement, facilitating the traitorous mass murder of their fellow Jews and the immigration of German Jews to Palestine in 1933. 60,000 German Jews emigrated to Palestine between 1933 and 1939. Israel was forcibly created in 1948. As a result, the Palestine Liberation Organization, the PLO, was formed in 1964. Israel occupied and annexed Gaza and the West Bank in 1967. As a result, Hamas was then formed in 1987. Israel invaded Lebanon in 1978. As a result, Lebanon's Hezbollah was formed in 1982. JFK ordered the American Zionist Council, now called AIPAC, to register as an agent of a foreign government in 1962. JFK was assassinated in 1963. Israel built up the Rwandan forces from 1963 to 1973 and provided weapons to the Hutu regime through 1994. The Hutu power government of Rwanda perpetrated one of the worst genocides in history in 1994. Israel sends Jewish supremacist Dan Gertler to establish diamond mining and oil deals in the Congo in 1997, while Israel also provided weapons to Congo militias. As a result, the First Congo War occurs in 1997. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu authors a book in 1995 where he predicts Islamic militants will plant a bomb in the World Trade Center. 9/11 happens, while Israeli Mossad watch and infamously dance in celebration back in 2001. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu demands that the U.S. attack Iraq in 2002 over WMDs that never existed. As a result, U.S. invades Iraq in 2003 and kills over 1 million civilians. And just like the Iraq playbook, Israel pushes for the U.S. to invade Venezuela this year. And you already know the outcome of that. Israel starts practically every single war in the Middle East since 1948, or just last year, and even some of these countries into this year. Israel simultaneously bombed Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Iraq, Qatar, and Iran. And speaking of Iran, aside from the several unprovoked Israeli bombings, Israel has sent their terrorist Mossad into Iran to wreak havoc and demonize Islam through hate-fueled protests and false flags while they are literally destroying and burning mosques as we speak, trying to make it seem like Iran as a whole is against their leaders when that is not the case in the slightest. It is just a ploy to overthrow the current leadership and install a Zionist-loving puppet government. all courtesy of the US and Israel. And as we all know, Israel has been committing a live stream Holocaust in Gaza and destroying the West Bank and stealing land all across Palestine for not just over 2 years and counting, but for over 77 years, as their demonic ethno-state is still disregarding this bullshit ceasefire that doesn't exist while they continue to ethnically cleanse the population and steal the land until they establish their greater Israel. Israel is known to be the haven of pedophiles and rapists, with their supreme pedophile and rapist Jeffrey Epstein infiltrating our country to blackmail and control politicians on every side of the aisle, only to find out that most of our own leaders are pedophiles and rapists, just like him, in an endless cycle of pedophiles and rapists that are protecting each other from repercussion. Israelis and their fellow Jewish supremacists all over the world are known to have some of the largest networks of human sex trafficking on the entire planet, with even their head of cybersecurity being caught for pedophiling in Vegas before our pedophile in chief let him run away to the haven of pedophiles. Israel is known to have one of the largest networks of organ trafficking on earth, as they traffic Palestinian organs and tout that they have the largest skin bank on the planet, which predominantly consists of Palestinian skin. Jewish supremacists are notoriously known to be the premier thieves and embezzlers of the finance industry, with one of the most famous being the Zionist Bernie Madoff, where he stole from his own in the largest Ponzi scheme in history, taking money from Israeli and Jewish organizations. Israel is known to mass murder animals and use animals for demonic torture of humans. Israelis are fleeing by the masses and tormenting places like Thailand and Cyprus, where they are literally building settlements and driving the natives out of their homes. And we're clearly seeing what they are also doing to Argentina as we speak. Their sports fans are terrorists who sing about rape as they travel around the world, terrorizing city to city while supporting their terrorist soccer club. And this is all not even remotely touching on the fact that they continuously spit on international law and mock the ICJ and ICC, the highest courts of the land, while they control our governments, news networks, social media platforms, entertainment, banks, real estate, and tax dollars. Israel trains our police forces. Israel trains ICE. Israel supplies all privacy invading surveillance technology to our fascist governments, while they use their surveillance technology on our fascist governments. They say all of this to you in broad daylight, that they are the chosen ones and we are all goy, or non-Jewish animals that don't deserve what they deserve, which is essentially a privileged life where they can walk around and do whatever the fuck they want, unchecked, which is exactly what we are watching today and have been watching for decades. The infuriating thing about this is that we are just watching and letting this all happen year after year. When will we all just stand up and realize that there has been one common enemy that we can all unite against? First step is to force them out of power, whether it's through votes or other means. We far outnumber the chosen ones. So it's time we choose the ones that serve no purpose in our society. You know exactly what I mean.
Please make sure you look at my link tree. Okay, there's families there. This reading is not to distract a lot of you from the real work that we have to do outside of these platforms. Okay, still call your MPs, especially those who live in Canada. You have work to do, huh? We do not want no 50 states, and we don't want no motherfucking Zionist politicians in our, right? And they're keen. Like that Jezebel Spirit kept saying she's a Jezebel, the one who's in charge of Instagram or whatever, that she's saying that it's anti-Semitic or whatever the fuck. It's she's just trying to keep pro-Israel bullshit. But the biggest one that they hate, they cannot stand that people like talk about it, and that's what they're trying to turn into, like a conspiracy, or like it's illegal to say that or to post that or talk about it, is the truth. She's a Jezebel. That's her job. Right? In this spirit, this is why the owner of Facebook and Instagram hire her, because he's another fucking evil motherfucker, billionaire, psycho, right? Yeah, well, welcome to awakening. This is what being awake. So this is someone who's navigating, waking up, and this is why I'm like, I'm not victimizing. I'm not saying that this is okay. The way, a lot of you, they could have been jealous of you the whole time while you were healing, overcoming things. This is someone who could have like watched on the sideline, like if you're going through something. Yeah, this is not for everybody. This is why it's really heavy. So what I'm giving you guys clue is to let you know if it's for you or not. But if it's not, you let it pass. You just don't make it fit, okay? There's a lot of people who watch this stuff. There's a lot of people that spirit wants to communicate in a certain way that only can help them understand, and only me and other people are able to help this person navigate this situation. They are valuable. Everybody's valuable. It's not because they're karmic or karmic lesson or something like that. Now, if you're really evil and you get some type of sociopathic energy, like enjoying watching people suffer, you're fucked up, and get the fuck off my energy, okay? Thank you. The other thing is, just have discernment, because there's a lot of people right now, like, just not denial and not willing to heal, and they're saying things that just like the entitlement and there's a lot of spiritual gaslighting going on. A lot of you're watching that too, right? There's that, and then there's also the physical in the media and these politicians who are fucking pigs, right? By the way, since yesterday they've been putting this at 10:10, but it's been like non-stop around here, which is really weird. They found the motherfucking police, for real. Like, they're useless as fuck. And we know now that they only serve the interests of elites, which, by the way, Canada has a lot of them. For some of them, some of you could be this person who is related or knows someone who is, and they wanted to be like accepted in this society elite or something like that. You see, this is not for everybody. And I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of motherfuckers who hide things under the rug, who are in that jealous energy projecting insecurity out, and being pissed off at people who are earth warriors. Again, other specific energy. Not everybody's in the earth warrior energy. Everybody could be, but there's different levels and frequency of that. And this is why I think we need to like understand more of that, and the only way that you can understand it is within yourself. Again, I'm just a messenger. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I'm only here to literally confirm what you guys are, the energy felt, the collective feels. And I'm just gonna tap and confirm things for you, okay? Someone is going through karma, or has been going through karma, or has been paying for not speaking some type of truth, not defending you, but now they feel like they should have the, I don't know, like the privileges of being in your energy, or being either a friend, which I don't think this person wants to be friends. I think it's more romantic, but for some of you it could be work and romance. I don't know about that, but yeah, heart, song, telepathy, inner knowing. So the heart's hidden desire, or again, when we tap into the energy of the heart, there's a lot that can come up, and there's a lot that needs to be healed and worked on, okay? These are ancestors. So yeah, sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. So 10 could be significant. Dolphin could be significant. This person could like dolphins, or you could like dolphins, or you talk about dolphins. There's something about a dolphin. Dolphins are very intuitive though, and they do use telepathy as well. I'm also getting that there's communication that needs to be had. Anyways, the earth warrior always win against the devil. Keep fighting, don't lose hope, okay? That's not just for whoever I'm speaking, it's for like the collective of everybody, okay? You need to work in community, you need to work strategic. Dolphins, they're together with like a pack of, and that's why they become this, exactly like a life force, like really strong. Also like warrior energy again, finishing cycles, paying karmic debts, which it taps into more within yourself, that more like, you could be an artist, not have to be. Yeah, that's like at this hour, they're doing that. I don't know if it's like the people with to clean the snow and stuff like that, and maybe they're making noise like that to like tell people to move their car or something like that. But it sounds like police or something, or warning. There's something that this person is like epiphany realizing, not only with you or what you've gone through and what they weren't there, they weren't there for you. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. Okay, so this changes things. So I see why a lot of you be like defense. Like, yeah, for sure. Have that boundary. You need to have it. I think it's healthy to have it. And I think this person is recognizing that because they didn't make you feel safe in the past, yet you still kind of were really like giving, or I don't know. There is obsession here within one of you, or like a lot of you. It's, yeah, this is deep. And definitely gonna take longer than this, but a lot of you, there's something that they want to, yeah, because yeah, conflict, differences, and compatibility. So this is what I feel like this person is listening to other people, or this is what they were saying, that this would create some conflict. There is a conflict of interest here, but it's this interest. It has nothing to do with you two. So reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So this is what they want with an earth warrior who has a lot of protection, a lot of faith. They are demon hunters for real. Yeah, and they're keeping fighting, and yeah, social network information way. So this person is spying, or could be spying spiritually or any other way. Bueno.
10,000 Palestinian hostages are suffering from terrible treatment, torture, starvation, threatening their lives by the Israeli authorities and Israeli presence. We need your help and solidarity to stand up to call for their freedom. On Thursday at 8 p.m. Jerusalem time, Palestine time, 6 p.m. GMT. Please join us in a global social media activity calling for the freedom of Palestinian hostages. The more than 10,000 of them need your help and need your support. Please join us. Change your profile and adopt the profile of this campaign, and use the hashtag #FreePalHostages, and in Arabic, Al-Hurriya lil-Asfal. Our hostages need our support. The people need global support to have their freedom. Palestinian prisoners are waiting for your help.
So yeah, there's a lot of work, patience. There's a lot of work. So this is for the divine feminine. This is why for a lot of you, like, I get it, I feel it, like the rejection energy, that how they treated me, they're constantly thinking about that how they treated me or rejected or whatever, which again, rejection is divine protection, and I will show you why. But now this energy is ready because they want to like let go of everything, take this huge leap of faith, and follow their heart for the first time, kind of thing. But they feel this shame and guilt, which is why the enemy wants them there, with the jealous, projection, insecurity, like stay stuck in karma. I have like no one look any other way, or there's a lot of chaos going on in this person, which is why also they could have keep their distance or like really cast you out. Not just only for protection, but I'm not justifying this energy, but I feel like it's like how they don't want to bring all this baggage to you, because their family and whatever they're at involved, or their environment, it's just not, you will not, I think you wouldn't. So they want another opportunity. another chance, because I feel like they realized that they lost what they were like wishing for or something like that. This person is not bad, it's just they have weird intentions, or weird, it's not weird intention, how do I say this, they don't have like the right tools of like how to communicate and how to, you know, emotionally availability, even though this person has never been like, I don't know, maybe in a serious relationship. Again, and it landed again on the Delphin card. Right? There's a lot. This person can hear you. They can. Oh. Okay, that's great and dandy, right? This is where I think it feeds you to the loop, and this is where you need to put discernment. And this is for the person as well to learn. Like, yes, it's great to want second chances and want reconciliation, making amends and opportunity, but without like justice or accountability or change of behavior. Like, it's nice to talk on the 5D and intuition, all of that is great, but you also have to hold yourself uncomfortable. Like, you have that jealous energy towards your partners, the one that you in love, the earth warrior and stuff like that. Like, I get it, but you also have to recognize that that is a, you know, demon, that's a shadow, and also recognize that part of that ending of that karmic cycle is exposing, it's telling this other person that you want a second chance the truth, completely the truth. Like, yeah, I was jealous of you, I project all my fucking insecurities on you. Like, my throat, it's like this person has a throat chakra situation. Why? There's people doing stuff in the background to keep them quiet, just like some of you are, which you overcome that, plus other fucking work is happening. As an earth warrior, you are understanding that spiritual warfare is your life, and then also your routine, your ritual protections and all of that is your life as well. If you don't know that, this is your confirmation. Tap into your protection rituals, your prayers, your meditations, your saging, your spiritual bath. Like, listen to spirit when it tells you, like, hey, it's time, like, you feel some type of way, and he will guide you or put in images in your mind to let you know what it's the right, you know. So definitely pay attention to the signs. Second chance. A lot of you, you're gonna be turned off if they're like a gambler, or we're a gambler for some of you, and that's like a turn off for you. So this is why this person wants to do better. Like, they don't want to have that addiction anymore. Could be an addiction, could be something they're ashamed of. Like, they could own a lot of money, they can, yeah. Or it's not for everybody. Yeah, too much pride. Yeah, they know that. Yeah, arrogance, ego, stubborn, yeah. This is it. Like, they lost their blessing, they're thrown in the trash and stuff because of pride and their ego. Whoa, okay, ego death going on here. So there's a lot of work here. So a lot of you, like, you're an earth warrior, I feel like this person took you for granted. Yeah, abandoned. Oh. Okay, so yeah, they have a tendency of that, like, they maybe get distracted, like, they don't want to be vulnerable. A lot of you, that's what you want, and this is very difficult for this, but I feel like they know. Yeah, but also I'm getting with the mask, like, they're wearing a mask, but also abandoned. I feel like, yeah, you disrupt some shit. You're beautiful, and I feel like smart as well. Bonding, sexual confiding. I feel like this person's energy is like, are you doing this with somebody else? First of all, it's not even none of their business. This is someone like really egotistical. Like, they don't want to hear this, but it's like, yeah, they abandoned this, like, what could have been. So they're like stuck in that karmic loop of like what could have been and not doing anything. So a lot of you, they have entity attachment, so you need to cleanse, or they need, not you, them, but I mean, after you interact, like, you'll feel it, especially like all this like smoke going on here, but also it's like a lot of you, your vendetta energy, like you can smell a snake, snitch, a pig, from a mile away. Like, I feel like people underestimate you because, like, you're beautiful, but not just inside or out, but it's like, yeah. It says charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Yeah, that's it. I feel like this person took you for granted or took advantage of that, or thought that, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go this way, abandon this, and then go have my way or whatever. Yeah, they left out, walk away. They're cold. They didn't answer messages. There's this energy of like complete. They initiated this, so this is why I don't want to waste these people's time or you, but also this person to hear a couple hard truths. You know, like for sure it's gonna be a shock for the person that you ghosted and blocked and stuff like that. But also it's like your reasons of why you abandoned this and stuff like that needs to be said if you want some type of, like, a lot of you never dated never dated, you guys never, but there was like intense connection, like chemistry, or I don't know, there was something like really, really intense. Oh my god, kind-hearted again. Oh shit. Okay, so I deal with difficulties through a positive mindset. I consciously show kindness to those around me. Oh no. So the love language of this divine feminine is giving, kindness. Oh. So this person thought that, oh, that's so sad. So the way that this person grew up, or they thought that for a lot of you, your energy, your genuine, humble energy, that's so sad. Kind-hearted energy was to get something from them or to like trick them or something like that. Like they're always used to people like to, oh, that's so sad. Bueno. Yeah, so they will mistreat someone who's kind-hearted, who has growth. They will think that this, yeah, so that there's something, because this someone is used to toxicity. They're used to women who, what a weird mentality. Yeah, for sure they need to heal. But a lot of you, yeah, you can keep your guards up and don't fully completely put them down, like if you're gonna have this, because there's still, if conflicts is here, either they're still dealing with that, which we're gonna tap into tarot, so I'm gonna want to tap into that. I also want to see why they abandoned you. Because they got intense karma, like they were supposed to, this is so many questions that also cannot be answered all in, like, you know, it has to, a lot of you have to work within. So there's a lot of shadow work, decolonization for sure here too.
I vote for a name change. We should stop calling it white supremacy and start calling it white narcissism. And I'm going to tell you why. I was reading a book called Fear of Black Consciousness by Lewis Gordon, and something clicked so hard, y'all, I had to put the book down because I just needed a minute to process. Because a lot of what we describe as supremacy doesn't actually look like confidence or dominance. It looks like insecurity. It looks like fragility. It looks like people losing their minds the second they're not centered. And that's not supremacy, that is narcissism. Yeah. So let me explain what I mean. Malignant narcissism is basically when entitlement, lack of empathy, and obsession with control mixed with aggression is not just, I think I'm great. It's, I deserve to be centered, obeyed, deferred to. And if I'm not, somebody has to pay. So now let's look at the real world, right? Why does somebody lose it when a Black person talks about racism? Why does teaching accurate history feel like a personal attack? Why does someone crash a conversation about police violence and make it about their feelings? Why does equality feel like oppression? That's not the behavior of someone who's secure in power. That's the behavior of someone whose identity only works if everyone else stays small. Lewis Gordon talks about how whiteness gets treated as the default for being human. So when Black people speak from our own experiences, it feels like a disruption, like we're making it about race, even though race was already baked in. Everything is about race, everything. And that's where the narcissism shows up. Because narcissistic systems don't just want dominance. They want validation. They want to be admired, obeyed, and never questioned. Look at the examples. A Black athlete kneels quietly, and it's a national meltdown. Black students ask for inclusion, and it's, why are they dividing us? I say that ICE is actually modernized slave patrols. And I get white people in my comments who admittedly do not have Jewish ancestry saying, no, ICE is the Gestapo. Shut the That's not supremacy acting calm and assured. That's narcissism reacting to a loss of control. Malignant narcissism can't handle criticism. It can't handle boundaries. And it definitely can't handle being told you're not the center of this story. That's why the reaction is always rage, denial, or rewriting reality. And Lewis Gordon points out something really important. When people insist that their behavior is just human nature, what they're really doing is universalizing themselves. Everyone is like me. Everyone thinks like me. So if you don't, you're the problem. That is textbook narcissism. And once you see it in that way, it just makes so much more sense, right? Why equality feels like theft. Why accountability feels like persecution. Why diversity feels like erasure. Why Black consciousness is treated like danger instead of awareness. This system doesn't freak out because it's losing power. It freaks out because it's losing attention. So yeah, I'm voting to change the language because white supremacy sounds like strength. And what we're dealing with is actually a system that can't survive without admiration, dominance, and silence from everyone else. That's not supremacy, y'all. That is white narcissism. And once you name it that way, the behavior stops being confusing. It becomes predictable.
So yes, a lot of you're watching Integrating Healing, how some people need to do their shadow work, and it could be a message for a lot of you to also help you navigate this in a, different way, spiritual way, like as it should be, okay? Spirit says keep fighting and don't lose hope, okay? For those of you, this could be for this person because like they want to have the second chance, but they know they're a piece of shit. This is someone who knows like they fucked up, they're a piece of shit. Like this is someone who constantly they're in the hate mode, like hating themselves. I'm here like, how could I think that there's other option? Like there's no one like you, there's no one who compares to you. Very emotional, huh? Ooh, this is heavy. I'm not sure. There's no certainty about the Earth Warrior, what they're gonna do, but so far it's just to like solidify like what we're gonna talk about or what we're talking about. Work on chakra alignment or do some meditation or protect your chakras, or a lot of you, that's what Divine Feminines have been doing or have to be doing. Okay, what? That's the other thing. I feel like this is someone who feels guilty for bringing you this conflict. Yeah, they brought you some bullshit. Yeah. That's what it says. Trust your gut. This is a soul connection. I feel like this is something that they're learning now. Is it too late? I don't know. It's up to you guys. Use your discernment, okay? I don't know. I think for divine timing and everything, I feel like everything has a time and place. So is it ever too late? Depends on divine. This is why you have to ask. And also what the enemy doesn't know cannot destroy or delay and stuff like that. So I'm just giving you guys clue, but you have to tap in and talk to God. God, Gaia, divine, or creator. But it says trust your gut. A lot of you work on this. You have to do the opposite of the ritual that they're doing on whoever. You're foggy or confused. You're not foggy and confused. You know exactly what's going on. It's just that it's the shame and the guilt and the fear. It's clouding your judgment. For a lot of you, they could have abandoned you because you're not the same as everyone kind of thing. Like maybe you dress different or your beliefs are different or your culture or whatever is different. Something is different and they were like not accustomed to that. So like coming out of their comfort zone kind of thing. Your body knows the truth. Trust your gut feelings. Yeah. So that too, this is, thank you, Spirit. Like I wanted to say, like, trust your gut, because if this is for you, it's for you. If not, it's not. But if you want to learn lessons of other people, sure. But don't forget that you have your own lessons as well. Connect deeply with your soul and discover your true self. So most of it, that's what we're trying to do, because a lot of us, our energy is like shattered or divided, right? And this is intentional as well. A system that is oppressing people. Capitalism shouldn't exist. Zionism shouldn't exist. Fuck all your girls. Fuck eyes. Fuck all that shit, right? Trust your gut. You know exactly what's going on. Don't be a dumbass. None of you, we have to communicate with you in different forms, in different ways. Exactly. And keep the balance and the harmony at the same time. Do it with grace, but a little bit of rage, right? So this is someone who's in rage, because I feel like not only with themselves, but also like the people surrounding them. Like, what the fuck did I listen to these dumbasses? Like, this is the rage of this person too. Because why? Why do you listen to advice of people that will never be in that energy? And this person wants to be. For a lot of you are. And he's like, this is just like, whoa. Yeah, this person wants to take a leap of faith. A lot of you feel it. You feel it. Follow your intuition and take that courageous leap of faith. This is what they want to do. Why they're not doing it, I have no idea. Divine timing. We can't rush the process. You can, again, that is that ego thing. Trying to control and manipulate and trying to, you know, don't use tarot readings or energy readings for that. This is why I'm telling you guys, like, I ask permission to divine, and I put it on all my decks. Do not give an energy or tap into anybody's energy without their consent. So I literally set it in spirit as well. So that way, when he lets me do this in a collective reading, again, I don't do personal readings, okay? But I do is, if you donate to the family link trees that I have of family in Gaza and Palestine, and you send me an email, send me a screenshot, I will give you a reading. That's how I'm doing it now. If you want that, you can donate as well, and let me know if you want to donate it to the families. If you don't want to, like, a lot of you feel some type of way, no worries, these are legit. And if you want to send me the money through PayPal or contribute or help around here, awesome. I don't get paid by any of these apps, for obvious reasons. I expose a lot of things that the system doesn't want a lot of people to heal and know. So inner balance amplifies intuition. Exactly. Stay in harmony with yourself. That has to be a priority. And a lot of you are showing this person, divine feminines, the right way, truthful way, justice, clarity, that energy. I'm telling you, that's my frequency. Like, that's my path. That's what I tap into. So if a lot of you landed on this, or you just are new around here, make sure you like, comment, and share, and subscribe, and do all this stuff. But that's it. That's the truth, clarity, and justice is for that energy to balance and harmony and keep stability. But you also can be naive in thinking that, oh, because I want that and I'm trying to like tell that to people and heal that, that's all there is. That's not it. Like, there's work to be done as a civil person, as a human being. Protesting, boycotting is not gonna cut it anymore. That's minimum. And talking about this, go check out my Telegram. I'm constantly updating there what's going on, so you're not fools. My community will not be, no, you're gonna know the truth. That's why keeping the balance and harmony is my main goal, right? Okay, for a lot of you, this person wants that balance and harmony, and I feel like they feel it like it's with you. And they're right, it's just they missed their shot. Oh, they missed the shot. That's what it is. Like, they missed the opportunity, and they're trying to get back at it. And this is like someone like winning a lottery ticket and like accidentally throwing it in the garbage kind of thing. And then waiting years to like realize that they did that and never go back to the garbage can to check if it's this is someone coming back after years to the garbage can to see if they can find it. It will be there. Yeah, that's the emotional clarity that this person is having. A lot of you've been having that for a long time. Like, you're so tapped in, like, source is like, wow. Emotional clarity sharpens your intuition. Yeah. Emotional intelligence, reading, having a comprehension, like, you read and you're having a comprehension, like, okay, what did I read? What is it about? Like, writing, like, don't let that go, because they want you guys dumbasses, like they are. This is someone realizing this, okay? Follow the light. You know what that light is. This person knows it. Intuition will lead you towards the light. Trust its direction. There's a lot of intuition going on here. Listen to your intuition. It's like for all the collective, for everybody. It's in and then you take action. Not like take action and then not tap in and see if that's the right move and stuff like that. Like, let that energy from within move you forward, okay?
So you can't be a good white person and put your body in between them trying to kidnap a brown person or harm a black person. When you do that, you lose your proximity to whiteness and you lose the benefits that come along with it. That's the cost. We're all acting so shocked that they murdered a white woman. Well, see, she wasn't a good white. She was out there advocating for brown people, so she lost her proximity to whiteness. This is the work of dismantling white supremacy. This is what it's going to cost. It's time for some radical acceptance. Because they've been out there killing black and brown people for hundreds of years. And people who looked like me were having picnics under black bodies as they blew in the breeze after they'd been lynched. And then 6 years ago, when they kneeled on George Floyd's neck, we all put a black picture in our Instagram, acting as if that were enough. In order to dismantle white supremacy, we have to be willing to lose the benefits of whiteness. Means they kill us too. That's what that means. And it's time for some radical acceptance about that, guys. That's what it's going to take to dismantle white supremacy, is losing the benefits of the system. So we can't be so shocked as white people continue to die. Because we weren't this shocked when black and brown people were dying. Because we expected it. Not because we weren't grieving, but we expected it, right? You should expect it. We have to lose the benefits of the system if we want to tear the system down. White supremacy has been killing black and brown folks. And it's not going to go down without a fight. So if you lose your proximity to white supremacy and whiteness, you will lose the safety that goes along with it.
If you search online for Black Panthers, you get this. This is called narrative displacement. Look at this representation. But do not talk about structural power. This is the logo for the Black Panther Party. You are very unlikely to encounter the party unless you already know what you're looking for. The same if you look for Martin Luther King, you'll get his quotes, nothing about his anti-capitalist stance. If you cannot find the Black Panthers or their law books or their clinics or their breakfasts, then the American government does not have to explain why it changed the law to crush them and then assassinated all of their leadership. This kind of obscurity is much cheaper and more effective than corporate censorship. But this is not a coincidence. It's power trying to bury the movement where outward banning would be too contentious. Because the Black Panther Party today remains extremely dangerous to power. Narrative displacement is not a conspiracy. In the 1960s in Oakland, California, a radical anti-police, anti-capitalism group emerged named Black Panthers. Now, a multi-billion-dollar entertainment product dominates that name. And the search results default to fiction, not bringing you history. Information on the movement becomes niche or academic. This is capitalism working as designed. Power rarely hides history directly. It does something far more effective. It overwrites your heroes for a new generation. And that rebrand then saturates the information ecosystem until it becomes neutral. Until I seem paranoid for calling this out. My audience already know who the Black Panthers really were. But a lot of people don't. And for young people, this is now their first exposure to Black history. This is symbolic power. You can have representation of black excellence in white spaces, but you mustn't redistribute any of that wealth. This gives Black America the illusion of sovereignty, but never defunding the police. It turns real organised resistance into aesthetics. That makes this safe for white America. This narrative displacement is the tale as old as time. It's capitalism's oldest trick. You don't censor radical history. You absorb it. You claim it. You rebrand it. You make it safe. Another great example of this is the turning of resistance movement leader Jesus of Nazareth into pietous savior deity for the Roman Catholic Church, Jesus Christ. The real stories are far more important and usually anti-capitalist. In my next video, I'm going to get into the history of the Black Panther movement and other citizen armies and examples of responses to colonial policing. This is going to be a series about groups who organised working class defence against the state and its capitalists. If you want to follow along for the sources and the detail, you can do so on my Substack, alimacforever.substack.com. And if you want to engage the conversation and talk to me and the other people in this community and share sources, give me more information, anything like that, you can do so in Discord. I'll be running this over the next week. Ciao for now.
I saw this tweet earlier today from one of my favorite political commentators, Brianna Joy Gray, where she's responding to someone else's tweet where that person is saying that Minneapolis, what's happening in Minneapolis right now with the ICE raids and the chaos that we're seeing, that is a test run. And Brianna responds by saying Gaza was the test run. The way that Black Americans have been treated for hundreds of years in this country was a test run. Native Americans were the test run. And when I read that, it made me think back to a conversation that my partner Leslie and I recently had with one of our maestros, Jerry Teo. We were talking about how what's happening now feels so urgent. It feels so unprecedented, the levels of cruelty that we're seeing. And he humbly reminded me that this is not new. The kind of cruelty and brutality that we're seeing right now is not new. If you study the history of what happened to Native Americans and the kind of torture that was inflicted on them and the senseless slaughter that they had to endure, if you look at the way that Black people were treated in this country, literally treated like property, to be bought and sold. If you look at the ways this country has historically treated anybody that they deem disposable, especially people who are living abroad, in places like Gaza, in places like Hawaii, when they stole that land, in places like Puerto Rico, when they stole that land, in places like the Philippines, Vietnam, Korea, Afghanistan, Iraq. This is not new, the level of cruelty that we're seeing. What is new is our connection to it, our ability to witness it, our ability to understand it on a deeper level because of our access to information, because we're able to talk to each other through the internet, through social media platforms. Stories that have been kept from us, that were not included in our textbooks. Those stories are finally coming out. And for me, it's all the more critical in times like this for people to know that history, to understand that history, to recognize that this is a legacy. This is not a new thing. This is not Trump suddenly bringing this level of cruelty to this land. This has always been here. It's just had different costumes and different faces. But not only that, we stand on the shoulders of people who have survived that, who have resisted against that. And we have to learn that history too. We have to get comfortable naming the systems that we're up against. Capitalism, imperialism, white supremacy. These are not figureheads like Trump imposing these ideologies on us. They are embodying these ideologies and these systems that have existed for centuries. So yes, what's happening in Minneapolis right now is absolutely horrific, and it will serve as a powerful wake-up call for a lot of people who, for whatever reason, weren't able to recognize the violence of this system before. But it's important for us to remember that we have been here before, and this violence has been going on since the inception of this country. So if you weren't out there marching for Black Lives Matter, if you weren't out there marching for Palestinians, and you're just tuning in now, welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna use what's the tea for this situation. Why do they want you to know? Why do they don't want you to know? Okay, so they think they're very creative. Oh man, they're watching you. Oh wow. So they're watching their blessing like blossom and like be happier somewhere else without them, right? This is why we're here, right? And a lot of you is like, you want to hear it, but you're kind of like, okay, whatever. But it's also confirmation for you, for whoever has the emotional clarity. And yeah, this is what I play out. So they waited to see if this plays out or something played out. It didn't. I feel like it didn't. Oh, yeah. They took too long. Or this is someone who knows they took too long, or... Yeah. Divination abuser. Oh, la la. Hooked. So this is someone who could be like watching readings or looking at readings, or some of you, not necessarily your tarot readers, but a lot of you, there's someone like hooked on that. They lie. Ah, not them. Not the person that we're reading on. There's someone that they're around that lied about this. This is someone who's hooked up by divination, abuser, like someone who doesn't use divinity for the right reasons, telling this person that the person who does the right thing, who's not obsessed with this, like this is naturally for, this is someone very gifted, Earth Warrior, yeah. So they thought that whatever colluded lie or narrative or something that they said to make this person abandon you. And I feel like this is mentality of like all beautiful women like cheat and lie and all that. I don't know, this really weird toxic mentality. Like not everybody, I don't know, it's really strange. But Spirit wants you to know that your person is watching tarot readings. And you probably are too, so this is not, it's just a confirmation. And they're watching to see if like what plays out. So they're into tarot. Interesting. But only, but I don't know, there's something that, if they're into tarot, it's because you do tarot. Or like, you're good at it. I'm being called by this. Yeah, this is someone optimistic. 555 could be significant. A major shift is about to come into your life. Experience a change, your path, direction. Be open and stay positive. Yeah. Okay, so they're addicted to you. Addicted to you. I don't know if this is a good addiction, but for some of you, you don't give a fuck on phase. Okay, so this is for them, this reading. Yeah, so this is for them to getting the inside scoop that they want to hear, but probably don't want to hear, but they need to hear. So it says a closer look, noisy, up in your business. There's someone trying to, it could be them. But their ego. Like this is someone who could wait to see like you will chase them and you will go after them. And when that didn't happen, they got mad at you and blamed you. I know. And then they got mad because you weren't into them, and they got mad also because they spend all their time like they don't want anybody else. So this is very interesting. So without wanting to or intentionally doing to or consciously doing so, they've been like sort of loyal to some of you, and maybe 5 months or 5 years, more or less. I know I'm seeing 5, obviously 5. But I feel like this is someone who like, I don't know, someone could have lied to them to like, maybe he sent someone to, again, toxic. It's not, do your own work. Like, what the hell is this? A closer look, noisy, up in your business. It's definitely someone trying to like get the scoop or trying to see their next move or something like that, or how, for a lot of you, they think that you always have the inside scoop because you're so like, Queen Rising. Okay, we have Queen Rising here. Stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. Wow, so very intimidated by you. Ooh. Oh. That's not for everybody, but marrying for money, they could have married for money, or they could have told the inside scoop. Oh man, this is what this person fell for it. They fell for the devil's trap. Yeah, they're stuck. Yeah, they fell for it. Yeah, they are with a happiness hater. Damn. For a lot of you, they could be saying that about you, or you're on phase, you're rising, you're ascending, you're not. A lot of you don't. That's what I said. Like, this is for this person. Like, you marry someone for money, but then this is what you would, like, you will talk with this. There's a karmic for sure. Third party energy here already. Yeah. They have no facts, never has the facts, make shit up. Liar, a happiness hater. They stuck with a happiness hater. Yeah, that's their karma. Okay, so this is why a lot of you, you're just like, okay, no. They know. Reconsider making amends opportunity for a lot of you. I feel like they give whoever they were with before they met you or something like that. This could be someone with money and status or something like that, or promise them something, but then again, they listen to their ego, not their heart. They were telling them, no, you're this way. You know you're this way. Wow, this is someone who like went against their intuition, their everything, and listen to this person. And they got played. They're stuck with this, or this is something that they want to let you know that they are divorced, that this is where the lesson that they have to go through. Like, everybody can get out of a karmic energy. If you marry for money, you can divorce that energy very fast. This is someone who could have maybe saved up money for this, because divorce is fucking expensive, especially if there's alimony, or if there's like money involved, if this person has some type of money or an inheritance or something like that. Okay. A lot of you knew this. You know that that's what they did. Yeah. They wanted to kiss ass. A lot of you watch that, you're like, that's lame, right? Just like a lot of us, we watch the system that doesn't help our society, that doesn't help anybody. And we're like, what the fuck are we here for? This is lame, right? Some of you, this is fucking lame, right? Twin flame energy. It's not for everybody. I told you guys, twin flame is for revolutionary fighters. This is someone who they wish they never chose money over whatever the fuck, this connection, because this was the blessing. This energy, this Queen rising, this person's own phase, like you're completely, it's so, wow. This person is healing from the inside out, thanks to whoever this Queen rising, this divine feminine is. And it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to get that confirmation. So for a lot of you, you are that earth warrior, demon hunter. So a lot of you could be healers, artists, journalists, musicians, people who speak the truth, truth teller. Okay, you work outside of the status quo. This is why this person could have judged you for that, for not, yeah. So trust, Spirit says. Trust is essential for moving forward. Bueno.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but if you're from the US, you've always lived in a fascist country. And strangely enough, that's good news. But don't take my word for it. Take it from the people who were alive when people first started using that word. In 1935, Langston Hughes said, fascism for the Negro is not a new thing, it's a familiar thing. And then he began describing the Jim Crow South. And he said that Black Americans did not need fascism explained to us because we were already living under it. And meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Nazi scholars were studying the United States, our immigration laws, Jim Crow, bans on interracial marriage, and used them as a model for the Nuremberg Law. So history tells us something uncomfortable but important, that what we're seeing is not America acting like Nazi Germany, it's America acting like America. See, fascism is what happens when the owning class resorts to law and terror to stop democratic progress because real equality would cost them wealth and power. So, and that's happened in America many times. It's why the Ku Klux Klan rose after emancipation. It's why Jim Crow followed Reconstruction. It's why America invested millions into militarizing the police after the Civil Rights Movement, and why America is once again trying to protect wealth and power against the gains of the freedom movements of our time. It's fascism. It's not foreign. It's not new. It's just our turn to fight it. And that's good news because it means that we don't have to start from scratch. It means that so many of the freedom movements in our history, civil rights, labor, black power, were actually anti-fascist movements, which means we can look to our past victories and defeats for wisdom in today's battles. Also, if we accept this history, we can stop pretending that the problem started in 2015 and trace it all the way back to the founding of this country. And we'll see that America doesn't just need better leaders. It needs a new system based on better values. So do not despair. A new world is possible. It doesn't have to be this way.
Okay, I gotta go soon, but trust is essential for moving forward. Are you doubting the path ahead? Have faith in the universe, planned, and in yourself. Take the next step with confidence. Okay, so that's the past. My prayer for a lot of you is that this 222, I just saw 22, that this person worked on all this and cut off this karmic energy. They are really into your business, like really. And this is you as well. You're trusting your intuition. You're like, but I need to know what's happening. Like a lot of you worry about your person because Queen Rising and Ascension comes with a lot of responsibility and also a lot of enemies, a lot of haters, right? So a lot of you dealing with that with happiness hater or like against justice or against, going against people who are against genocide. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of trolls. Yeah. I wrote a blog, guys. It's on my writerscape.com. If you can go on my Medium, I'll put it on the website soon, but please read it. It's gonna be pinned in my Medium. Writers, yeah. What else? Yeah, just trust spirit. It says trust, literally trust spirit. You're gonna be guided, the both of you. And a lot of you who are listening to this who feel hopeless or any type of way, especially if you did something that you're ashamed of, like marrying for money and then realizing that this person is fucking psycho or hateful or just not kind and fucking another maybe white supremacist. A lot of you, you're tired of that. For some of you, I'm speaking with people who are like, your colonizers are fucked up, right? And then you created a contract with another fucking like a lot of you is like, I don't want to be part of that, like awakening to, I don't know, a lot of you, this anti-racism work here. This is someone who is doing the work, who has done the work, is following the right people, is listening to the right people, is cutting off a lot of things. Like there's a lot of, like this is someone who wants to be in your level or trying to be, but I feel like they feel like they're not good enough yet, or they just weren't ready. And they chose whatever, their family, like this is someone who heavily controlled by their family, and they were doing stuff in the background too, spiritually, especially if this person is stuck in addictions, like if they're a gambler or drinker or drugs or anything like that, like their spell work will work if this person is asleep and not awake. Okay? But once they start awakening and they start praying, they start believing in themselves and they start seeing everything and, the awakening happening, and then they can't be fooled or controlled. And this is freaking out whoever has this person who was insecure. That's why it came out, jealous. Now they're jealous and envious of this person that no longer takes their projection, right? Wants to carry their karma for them. This is someone like, I don't want to do that anymore. This is someone breaking the cycle, yeah. This is someone who wasn't supposed to, like it wouldn't become a generational breaker, but divine God, he will surprise even people who think that. Yeah, this is someone who's believing in the impossible because it would not be happening if it wasn't for spirit, for a lot of them, for them to see things differently, for them to change, for them to recognize, being aware, and also like, I feel like they know that they can do so much better with their energy, with their like there's something, maybe they are not necessarily, maybe they're stable and balanced and they know how to, and they want to also like distribute. They want to be kind-hearted. They want to be like you, but not in a weird copycat jealous way. No, this is more like all the qualities and values and morals that you have, like, yeah. And they also want to believe. This is someone who wants to believe in spirit. Like, they want to trust spirit too, which is something that they never thought that. Yeah, so this is beautiful. And it's gonna be very hard for sure. Like, this conversation is gonna be for sure like kind of heated, because like a lot of you have standards and you value yourself, and this person has to show up, right? If not, you know. So trust is essential for moving forward. Are you doubting the path ahead? Have faith in the universe, plant, and in yourself. Take the next step with confidence. Spirit, the power of your spirit, it's always there, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice. Through meditation or simple outdoor activities, you can reconnect with your inner strength. You constantly have to be enforced, especially in an oppressive system that we live. They have to change. You're constantly, especially because they want to snatch that shit out of you, like that connection to source. You constantly have to be fighting this in this world. That's the earth angel, spiritual gaslighter don't want you to know about. Because once you connect with spirit, you'll know when someone's bullshitting you like this, and when someone's speaking from the truth, and someone is like operating in spirit and the truth and clarity and stuff like that. So your energy cannot be copy or anything like that. Exactly. So that's it. So a lot of people thought that you're bringing like confusion, or this is something, but a lot of you like surrendered that doubt. Okay. Also, this person, just, they were confused. Confusion is temporary, leads to clarity. Are you feeling lost? Slow down, be patient, and allow clarity to emerge in its own time. Okay, now let's look into tarot about, because there's Soul Symphony, Wheel of Fortune to the Queen Rising, Atlantic, stepping into power, praise coming up, spotlight. Oh, this is who they got stuck with. Ooh, be careful. There needs to be cleansing. So this Queen Rising, it's in reverse. So she's been clouding herself. Oh la muyaya. Muyaya. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Because they wanted the spotlight that you have. For a lot of you, Divine Feminine, you are the real deal. That's what I thought it was you, but no, they wanted to like swipe the karma that they have to you. Thank you, Spirit, for clarifying that. Yeah, that's the illusion. That's why this guy is stuck in the Seven of Cups. There's some legal stuff. This person got something legal. Again, could be marriage. Maybe a business deal or a new venture or something, and it just backfired bad. This is someone who pretended to be like, know about business or know about like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but damn, I will feel shame and all kinds of way. Like, what a fucking fail. But that was it. That was the lesson. Marry someone for money. They thought they married someone for money. Damn. I'm sorry. When you think that you're a come up and you're like, and it turned out that this person had nothing. Like, they thought that this person, wish fulfillment. Tell me more, Spirit. This was their wish fulfillment. No, they let go of their wish fulfillment, thinking that, again, everything is an illusion with this karmic. So let's talk about it, but I don't want to give energy to this fucking bitch. Yeah, there it is. They wanted to keep this person trapped in like a mental prison or something. Yeah, from the Queen of Pentacles, or trying to create this illusion that they all put together, and Ace of Cup and the Two of Pentacles. Oh yeah. The other part is that whoever they chose over you, thinking that they will come up or they have some type of money or something like that. Or maybe even this karmic thought that your person had money and your person was like working his ass off, and damn.
Bombing Venezuela is what the United States has always done. In 2000, Saddam Hussein announced that Iraq will no longer sell its oil in US dollars, but in euros. 3 years later, the United States invades. Regime change. Iraq war. Unalives millions of civilians. No weapons of mass destruction were found, and immediately converts the sale of their oil back to US dollars. And 3 years later, Saddam Hussein was assassinated. In 2009, Gaddafi tries to create a gold-backed African currency that will be used for the purchase and sale of oil. 2 years later, NATO bombs Libya. Gaddafi is assassinated. Slavery runs rampant. And Hillary Clinton admits to doing all of it. 2025, Venezuela, the country with the largest oil reserves in the world, is selling crude oil that is sanctioned to China, not in US dollars, but in yuan. In 2026, the United States invades. Regime change. Replaces their kidnapped President Maduro with a new woman that supports isn't real. And they confirm that all Venezuelan oil will be sold via Exxon in US dollars. This isn't the British Empire. This is what the United States has always done since its inception. And if you don't view the United States as the biggest terrorist state that's ever existed, you're part of the problem.
Okay, so this is someone in their mind, like constantly in their mind, like, oh my God, what did I do? Others of you, it's this karmic energy. Everything is crumbling. Every delusion, whatever they said, they lie, whatever they made up. There's something here that is just like, what the, like, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Spirit. Let's talk about that. Who is in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Oh, this burden. Oh my goodness. ¿Qué es esto, guys? Okay, please be used to discernment, and also like, don't let this person like trauma bump you, like give you all this like, because I feel like they haven't talked to you in a while and they want to talk. I get it, but it's like, wait a minute. You have karmic debt or things that they have to deal with. Okay, for a lot of you. Others of you, it's like, they wanted to dump all this karma, so pay attention of anybody coming to dump all this fucking karma or give you all the, for a lot of you, don't have anything sexually with this person, have medicals or something like that, and go with them because it's a sneaky energy. I don't like it. This is someone could be vengeful, resentment if they went in with a partner and got some type of disease, and now they know they can't have you. Now they know that you're gonna move on with someone who is healthy, obviously. And they want to like block that now, or yeah, just be aware of, yeah, others of you, this King of Cups wants to bring a justice. Yeah, I feel like there's something that they know. Yeah, this is gonna piss you guys off. They know what one of the karmics or one of your enemies did to you. Through, could be tarot, could be, but yeah, they did something to keep you in a mental trap, or even themselves. Like a lot of you, maybe you confirmed that for them and it happened, and this is why they're like, they're feeling a lot of burdens. There's a lot of going on here. That's what I'm saying. This person needs to like cleanse their energy and stuff like that, because they were dealing with a Wheel of Fortune in reverse, or this is them. Like, pay attention. Don't take their, judgment. A lot of you, divine is judging because they did something in the dark. Something about your protection, finances or something like that. Others of you were right. Maybe you confirmed this for them. You confirmed this, that there's a lot of judgment in this family dynamic. A lot of moon energy. That's fears. So much fears. Some of you, they blocked you out of fear, or maybe like you were too like connected to like spirit or something like that. Like you're in your bubble. Like this is why they're on phases here. But the moon energy, I feel like there was an energy of like someone saying that you were trying to block them or trying to block their intuition and trying, like, there was a lot of projection here. But don't worry, Spirit protect you. And a lot of you, yeah, they're being judged. There's some judgment. A lot of you could be you. The Ten of Cups, for all of you, they judged their Ten of Cups. Like, they were like, oh, it's probably not good enough. Maybe I can find good enough somewhere else. Ugh. Yeah. How's those apples going for you? Yeah, there's judgment here. Again, awakening. They know that you're their Ten of Cups. They know. They know who blocked them from seeing that. They know who kept them in a mental prison. But it's hidden. A lot of you kept like all that inner knowing and stuff like that, and wish that this person maybe, yeah. There is paid, Six of Pentacles, also reciprocity. I feel like the Two of Cups, like they wish that, but they didn't have that for this other energy. Or they didn't give you that. A lot of you, they want to give you that now, but is it too late? A lot of you, you don't care. You're balanced. Six of Pentacles, this is some generosity, reciprocity. You're doing stuff in the background and it's protected right now. I don't know if this is maybe this second chance might have to be on hold for a bit, especially when they have to face this. They have to face this. There's something they did. They have to face something. And it's with their family. It's an emotional thing. Could be inner childhood wounds. They need to call themselves out because there was something that they were projecting to you that happened in the past and that was not your fault. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. They're working on it. Yeah. They're working on this new opportunity, this new blessing. I'm telling you, they're sacrificing something. And it's big. Yeah, and the devil is like fucking pissed. Yeah, because they can't control and manipulate this person anymore. And a lot of you, like, your person knows that you're guarded. Yeah, the Emperor. You're the light and the sun for this person. Okay, so what's the Soul Symphony? What do you need to know? Guarded. I have to go, but yeah. Have healthy obsessions. There's obsessions of trying to dismantle, eradicate this fucking system. That's a good obsession, okay? Having self-control, that's a good obsession. Healing, obsessed with your healing, with your self-love, your self-care, obsession with helping, being kind-hearted, right? Obsessed with helping the world, equality, or your own communities. That is a good obsession, okay? Also, good obsession is being obsessed with your partner, or the person that you want to be loyal to, committed to, and build empires, or, you know, bring revolt, resolutions, and stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of you, maybe you were in the obsessive energy. No, I ain't no shame in this game. A lot of you were obsessed at one point with this person, and this scared this person, and this is like, you know, for a lot of you, not blaming you for this, but I feel like a lot of you didn't understand what you were like, whoa, and then now it's gone. That obsession is gone, and now they have that obsession with you, but it's like tenfold. Holding on, can't let go, clinging. A lot of you know this is your person. And talk to spirit, because don't know what you will. Yeah, a lot of you knew boo, because this person is very sneaky and has a lot of secrets. So this is why you're like, no, I'm choosing something else. I mean, yeah. This is why I say this person has to be truthful, because a lot of you can smell fucking bullshit from miles away. So, yeah, they regret now looking at the signs. They regret seeking other options, thinking that they're better than you or try to replace you. Yeah, they're reminiscing now. They know that you see them like that. Like, they hold all the secrets and they're sneaky as fuck. They don't want to be looked that way. They're not that way anymore. It says fake profile, hiding themselves, plotting social media. A lot of you, this is the energy of the person that they're attached to that they need to let go of. If they haven't. If they have, great, but there's a sneaky energy. Why they need to be sneaky? They know the Seven of Pentacles, they're going through it. They're going through it. It says exposure, being judged, hiding the truth. Exactly. A lot of you, that's what you're doing. they think that you're sneaky or whatever, and then how do you know all the secrets? How do you know all this? But you're just very gifted. Doing them, juggling connections, addiction, a player. That's what they were doing. And there's some shame in it because they're not that person anymore. There's separation, silence, longing for you, distance. Yeah, this is separation is driving them insane. Emotion, in and out, flashing like waves. Yeah, whatever. You could be seeing like waves, or you could be seeing is them. It's their emotion, like they're all over the place. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Spirit. Ghost. This is like ghosts coming back, and a lot of you are like, boo, close the door, lock it, block him. Like that's, and you're in your right, because so much has happened. This is, and then they just pop, like you're gonna be surprised. Like, I thought you didn't like me. I thought you, like a lot of you are gonna be like, their behavior was completely the opposite. And they thought that that was like a good idea, or got an advice that that was a good idea. No, it wasn't. So they listened to the wrong people, they lost you, and now they regret that. I gotta go. Still the secrets energy goes. Maybe it's that they were triggered about you guys exposing their secrets, or exposing their family secret, their cult. They were like, yo man, on point, you know, and you said something true that did happen, and this person was freaking out, but also like they don't understand this attraction towards you, or how they're see, around winter, we're in winter when I'm recording this, so for a lot of you, yeah, it's like Casper's coming back. Yeah, disappearance, cold and distance, no contact, leaving behind. They left you. That's what for you is like, what the fuck. Yeah. And this person has to deal with also your reaction, which is freaking them out. This is why they're emotional. They're like, I know they're in their right to like, but they want you to see them in a different way. They're not that person anymore. They learned their lesson. You use discernment. A lot of you, this is a huge ass risk. Yeah. Again, they took a risk and lost. They gamble with their life, their blessing. They ghosted their blessing. They blocked their blessing. Why? Because you are fucking good at what you do. You're a great psychic. You expose the motherfucking family. You heal them. They fucking went through ego death through you. They fucking realized that the karma that they were marrying, or their family, it was a fucking liar and a fucking scam artist or something, or fucking racist or something like that. Something fucked up. Like, they hate it. They hate that bed that lay in it. Yeah, they hate that word, right? This is how you know it's for you. You want to get off the fucking bed. You want to fucking dismantle it. You want to burn it and never look that shit back. A lot of you, this is someone who got like the divorce and it's final, and this fucking karma is still fucking annoying. And I don't know what I say that, but this person is angry. A lot of you, you're cool and collected. You're not. You are very kind-hearted, so you will listen to this person. The spirit wants you to know that if they haven't done the work completely yet, you can send them back home. Say, I will think about this. I will thank you for letting me know. You know, just be kind. Yeah, I know. Be kind to even the person. A lot of you like this person. Yeah, they hurt your feelings. They didn't treat you right. Wow, the revelation that's gonna happen if you are completely polite and professional, and like, you're definitely gonna be in that King of Swords energy for sure. Protective and logical and like assessing and having your sword energy. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords as well, but I'm seeing the Queen of Cups too. Very okay. I'm like, I'll listen. Okay. You're very just, so you'll know what to do. It says partner to partner, unsafe decisions, not thinking. See? So a lot of you, if you find out, if this person tells you that they caught something, you will, yeah, for sure. You're not gonna be with someone who has a fucking disease or shit, like a sexual transmitting, or they haven't got rid of the sexual demons, or they have like, yeah, someone did them dirty, but that's the karma, because they value money more than the actual heart, the connection that you had, the chemistry, that they knew the path. They knew it wasn't a secret for them. It wasn't a secret for them that people were trying to like disrupt your money, your finances, your protection even, and they know that their family was doing something to your energy. They were part of it. So they're paying karma now. What is this card? Is like calling to me. What is this? The truth. The truth that there's a new beginning, a new opportunity for you. And yeah, it's being illuminated. I don't understand. Like, this is why I'm like, now this person wants to move. Now this person wants to collaborate, because now it's like they feel it that you're going to have a new, now. A lot of you don't have, like, you're not focusing on that. Yeah, a lot of you, yeah. A lot of you don't want to risk giving a second chance to something that is trash. They throw you in the trash because they are trash. They were, but I don't know. A lot of you're not okay with the partner-to-partner thing, and that's why they ghosted you. They weren't thinking, blah, 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 blah. Narcissist energy, blah, 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 blah. Not hold themselves accountable, but now it's like they know how they hurt you. They know that they shouldn't have done that someone did this to them as well, and now they can empathize with you. Okay, trash. It says too much, screenshot proof, letting go, throwing out memories. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, communication approaching, voicemail, waiting, text. Yeah, they want to communicate. They want to let you know that have they changed? Have they taken accountability? That is up to you. You need to have a conversation. This person, that's not their forte too. So I don't know how they're going to do this. So this is why divine is like, you need to communicate. Innovation. They have to be kind of creative of how they're going to do this. Like, a lot of you, this is a huge risk for you. It is, especially when you build your peace, you build a beautiful life and home without them. And I'm not getting, this is for definitely someone who's single. If you're with a partner, then I don't know why you're watching readings like this, but okay. Friendship. You find great support and love in your friendship. The people around you provide warmth and belonging. Yeah, this person is jealous. You have good friendships. They don't. That's part of their karma too. Okay, what else, Spirit? Intimacy. They struggle with intimacy, of being intimate with someone, or not just intimacy. Intimacy is just like intimacy without the sexual energy, like the one with like, the physical touch or the conversation or intimate conversations. I feel like this is someone also who wants to like build that bond of friendship and then get into intimacy, but that will be when you see action and difference. And I feel like this is someone who let go of the lust energy. Lust, like they're not lustful anymore. They're lustful for just one now. And they know who it is. That's what it is. They weren't a good friend to you though. And the intimacy journey, I don't know. I feel like this is someone who maybe didn't feel comfortable with how they were in bed, or someone, maybe they hurt a lot of women or men, whatever. They weren't good. And so this is someone who like went on a frenzy, like trying to have like different partners and stuff like that to learn different positions, or I don't know. It's really weird. That still doesn't make it like they carry a lot of inner demons from all these partners. Okay. That they were friends. This is someone who thought that being friends with someone and being intimate is like a normal thing. Yuck. So this is why I can make this up. A lot of you don't want that. You feel that that's gross. Really? So this is why this person has to ghost and block all their friends, because they fuck their friends. So this is someone who thought it was normal to fuck your friends. That's really weird. What a weird thing. So dysfunctional to dysfunctional, dysfunctional to dysfunctional. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of you, they're super independent. You don't need to be. This is someone was very codependent. yeah, you're a challenge. You're facing challenges that are helping you grow stronger, and overcoming these obstacles will lead to significant personal rewards. Exactly. You're a deep emotional bonds connects you to someone special. Trust, compassion, and support strengthen this relationship. So the intimacy is actually happening more in the spiritual within you. So there is a genuine friendship and intimacy in the 5D within the two of you. So your higher self, their higher self is with you, and your higher self is with them. So this is gonna happen. This is, yeah, if the divine says, yeah, you're ready to embrace new adventure, stepping out of your comfort zone to explore the unknown with courage and excitement. That's whoever is in the high vibrational energy. Ooh. Okay, I gotta go. Emotional repair. You're working to repair a relationship that was once fractured. They fractured it. This is what they want to hear. Past hurts are healing, and reconciliation brings hope. Emotional repair. I told you, they're sacrificing everything to fix this, what they damaged, what they throw in the trash, what they thought it wasn't good enough, what they thought that, I know a lot of you is like, what the fuck? A lot of you haven't been intimate with friends that you think that's like, you haven't. And I feel like maybe that was one of the lies that someone said about you. And this, you see that reaction that I had? They had that towards you and it wasn't true. But it's weird if that person had that energy, if they were doing that with their friends. So if they had that reaction, then they didn't have that with their friends. But the fact that they thought that you were doing that, it was giving them like, ugh, and that's why they were like, they listened, they heard, they believed the lie. Yeah, now they want to repair that. They're sacrificing everything. You're willing to make sacrifices for love, putting aside your own needs to support the growth of the relationship. So a lot of you, this is what they want to do. Yeah, they know that there's healthy financial stability and balance, but before, I feel like this is something that they were focusing on and that didn't work out. So a lot of you is like, just be careful that someone doesn't come towards you because what they can get in financial stability, okay? Like, that's what happened to them. That's what they attracted, okay? Someone who like wants them for their finances or something like that, and they were scammed. Yeah, they thought that they would have this balance and stuff like that. They didn't. So now they want to, again, a lot of wealth. The wealth came out twice. Wait, I have wealth twice here? And heart, damn. Ooh, shit. Wealth is not just about money. It represents abundance in all areas of life. You are in a phase of prosperity and contentment twice. Yeah, your empathy is gonna pay off. Like, you're very empathetic. Oh, this is someone growing this emotional healing. So they wanted, yeah, ooh, from apathy to empathy right here. And they paid it with money. Like, there was something, they went through homeless. They're gonna tell you, they have a story. And it's not what you think. It did end up balancing his life out and going through a lot of bullshit, but they have a story. So it's up to you if you want to listen, okay? Yeah, you demonstrate wise risk managing in your career, balancing opportunities and challenges. Strategic decisions are propelling you towards success. So you know what you're doing. Don't let anybody tell you, like, yeah, there's a big breakthrough. And yeah, you can have inspire other energies. Says inspiration and attraction. Ooh, there is definitely that. Like, a lot of you, damn. Yin and yang, I just heard. Strong attraction binds you and another person together. This connection is both emotional and physical, drawing you closer. You stimulate this person in the mind. This is why they can't let, like, they know this is, you're in a phase of great inspiration. Every aspect of your work feels exciting and creativity flows effortlessly. Oh yeah, they broke the cycle. Both of you did. So this is why this is gonna flow in for the both of you. Oh wow, beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say. I love you. I hope this helped. pray, meditate, do your energy, but it's up to you what you want to do. But there's a lot of good energy by just listening to this energy. And even if you don't become partners or whatever, having them as an ally, because yeah, a lot of you are like, oh, but they betray me and stuff like that. Not necessarily, but maybe. But this is someone like redeeming themselves and knowing what that will affect. Like empathy is growing, and it's just, I think a lot of us, when we think that God cannot do the impossible, this is when he like surprises a lot of you, and it does. And this is what's happening. And a lot of you, yes, you will be shocked because you're like being confused too, like what the hell does this person want, like what the hell. But yeah, use your discernment, because this energy is like, yeah, they're coming. Just let them get, wings of fly, becoming something new. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They've been doing. Friendship, support, fun, unity, play. Brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. Yeah, this is someone like regaining their strength, threshing herb, planting something new. Ooh, very powerful. So yeah, it's up to you what you want to do with this. Please use your discernment. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments if this helped you or anything like that, or if you want to know more in depth of this, if you want me to continue. But so far, this is someone who's like going, shifting, like really the healing, the shadow work, really doing the work, and then like focusing and prioritizing not only their stability, their whatever career, whatever, but also like who they want to spend their life with, and who they missed in the past and didn't see the signs, didn't and believe lies. And this is someone who really needs to work their way to this person, but they are willing, like they want to show up and take their, like this is someone who does not want to let go of their person. They know who their person is. They've been loyal to their person even though like they're not with us. So there's like no contact separation, but this is someone who wants to break those barriers, build that bridge that they feel like they shatter and fracture. For a lot of you, this is not going to happen, but for a lot of you, this is someone who wants to build that bridge again, and is going to do it like kind of showing you like, yeah, look, I'm doing it. Like really, maybe not showing you, but they're going to show you the final product, and then start showing up more consistent, being reciprocal, and like not play with your emotions. This is someone not playing games. There's no games here. I feel like this is someone in the past that did that, play games, and they knew like, oh fuck, that's completely red flag, and they're not gonna be attracted to me. And anyways, this is someone like coming clean and new, and like this is my flaws and things that I have to work on, and this is what I'm working on or I worked on, and this is where I would like to be added into our lives together, and like build, our stability, but not just stability, is spiritual, physical, financial health. Like there's a lot. Yeah, and they're willing and wanting to do that this time. Like, it's that masculine stepping into the divine masculine energy that they thought that they wouldn't be able to, especially because they're aware of what's happening in the background, what people did to block them and stop them. So now like all that chain, all that karmic and keeping them stuck and confused and stagnant has broken off. It's gone thanks to you, whoever spoke the truth. You are demon slayer for you. It worked. This person is free, sovereign, free spirit, back into alignment. They're trusting spirit. They're sacrificing. They know what they have to sacrifice. They know they have to focus on finances, stability, because they want to give you, but also they want balance, right? So this is so amazing. I know it's going to be too good to be true for some of you, but all this work didn't take, it's not too good to be true. This is a lot of work, internal work. And it's thanks to you, because you started it. Whoever Divine Feminine did it, it worked. Okay, it worked within yourself. You did that, and now they're doing it, and now it's like shedding all that past and learning from the past. But they want to build something new. They want change, just like collective liberation, but also it's like they want change and they want to do it next to you. Yeah, collective liberation, but this person, together, we will do this together. Yeah, this is really good energy. I hope this helps. I love you. Take care of each other. Stay safe out there, okay? And I'll see you next time.